Imagine you own a beach house. You love it. You're never going to sell it, but it just sits there empty for 10 months out of the year. Then one day, a friend asks, "Hey, why don't you rent it out on the weekends?" You still own the house. You still get to use it whenever you want. But now, every single month, a check shows up in your mailbox just for letting other people use the rooms you weren't using anyway. That's the basic idea behind a strategy called covered calls. You own stocks you'd already own, but you also rent them out, in a sense, to other investors. And every month, those rentals pay you cash. Now imagine an entire fund that does this for you automatically on the biggest companies in America. That fund exists. Its ticker is JEPI. Welcome to What the Asset, where we break down everything you need to know about financial assets, from crypto and stocks to bonds and ETFs. We cover it all. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's start super simple. JEPI is the JPMorgan Equity Premium Income ETF, an exchange-traded fund, which is just a basket of investments you can buy with one click on the stock market. JEPI was launched on May 20th, 2020 by JPMorgan Asset Management, the investment arm of one of the biggest banks on the planet. It was built for one specific kind of investor, people who want regular monthly income from the stock market without giving up exposure to big U.S. companies. Today, JEPI manages around $44 billion, making it the largest actively managed ETF in the entire world. It pays a yield of roughly 8.5%. And unlike most stock funds that pay dividends every 3 months, JEPI pays you every single month. While most beginner investors think first about classic ETFs like VOO or VTI, JEPI is built for a completely different goal. VOO and VTI are growth funds. They want your money to compound for decades. JEPI is an income fund. It wants to pay you cash now, every month, like a paycheck. Here's how it actually works under the hood. JEPI has two engines running side by side. About 85% of your money goes into a portfolio of around 120 large U.S. companies. Names like Visa, MasterCard, Microsoft, Amazon, Progressive, and Train Technologies. But the manager, a JPMorgan veteran named Hamilton Reiner, doesn't just pick the biggest companies, he picks the calmer ones. Stocks that historically don't swing as wildly as the rest of the market. The other 15% of the fund is where the magic happens. That portion goes into something called equity-linked notes, or ELNs. An ELN is basically a custom-built financial contract created by JPMorgan that mimics a covered call strategy on the S&P 500. Every month, the fund effectively rents out the upside of those stocks to other investors who are betting the market will rise. If the market stays flat or rises only modestly, JEPI keeps all the rent money. That rent, called an option premium, is then paid out to you as a monthly distribution. What makes JEPI special compared to other income funds? 3 things. First, the yield is genuinely high. While most dividend ETFs pay 2 to 4% a year, JEPI has been paying around 7 to 9% since launch. On a $10,000 investment, that's roughly $70 hitting your account every single month. Second, it pays monthly. For retirees or anyone living off investment income, that monthly rhythm matches how bills actually arrive. Third, it's defensive by design. By picking low volatility stocks and collecting option premiums, JEPI tends to fall less than the broader market when things get rough. During the 2022 bear market, when the S&P 500 dropped almost 20%, JEPI lost less than half that. The trade-off? When the market rockets up, JEPI doesn't fully keep up. The covered call strategy caps your upside. A quick word on JPMorgan, the team behind it. JPMorgan Chase is one of the oldest and largest banks in America, with roots going back to 1799. The asset management arm was launched in 1984 and now manages over $3 trillion across funds and pension plans worldwide. Hamilton Reiner, JEPI's lead manager, has been running options strategies at the firm for decades and was the architect behind JEPI's design. The team's track record matters here because JEPI is actively managed, meaning humans pick the stocks and structure the options trades. You're paying for their expertise. The expense ratio is 0.35%, or $3.50 per year on every $1,000 invested. That's higher than passive ETFs like VOO or VTI, which charge just 3 cents per year on the same amount. But it's reasonable for what you get. A complex options strategy you'd never want to run yourself. How does JEPI compare to SCHD, the dividend ETF we covered in another video? Different strategies entirely. SCHD focuses on companies that grow their dividends every year. The yield is about 3.5%, but those payments tend to rise over time. JEPI focuses on generating maximum cash flow today through options premium. The yield is around 8.5%, but it doesn't grow the same way SCHD's does. Many income investors hold both, using SCHD for long-term dividend growth and JEPI for higher current income. And what about JEPI versus its sister fund JEPQ? JEPQ runs the same covered call strategy, but on NASDAQ tech stocks instead of the broader market. Higher yield, more volatility. JEPI is the calmer, more diversified version. Over its first 5 years, JEPI has returned roughly 11% per year on average since inception, including dividends. A $10,000 investment in 2020 would be worth around $16,000 today, with most of the gains coming from monthly distributions rather than share price appreciation. That's actually a key insight. JEPI is not designed to grow your principal. It's designed to convert your principal into a steady cash flow. If you reinvest those monthly dividends instead of spending them, JEPI compounds steadily. But it will lag pure growth funds like VOO during big bull markets. Let's quickly cover risk in plain English. JEPI is not a magic money machine. First, the 8.5% yield can shrink. When stock market volatility drops, option premiums shrink with it, and your monthly checks get smaller. Second, those distributions are taxed as ordinary income, not the lower qualified dividend rate. If you're in a high tax bracket, that bites. Many investors hold JEPI inside a tax-advantaged account, like an IRA, to sidestep this. Third, those equity-linked notes are essentially I owe us from banks. In an extreme financial crisis, if a counterparty bank fails, you could face delays getting paid. Fourth, JEPI is still 85% stocks. When the market crashes hard, JEPI crashes too, just a bit less. Fifth, capped upside. Because JEPI sells call options, it gives away most of the gains when the market explodes higher. In a year where the S&P 500 rises 30%, JEPI might only capture half of that. Competition is fierce too. JEPQ uses the same strategy on NASDAQ Tech, while SPYI, QQQI, FEPI, DIVO, and QYLD all run different flavors of covered call ETFs with their own trade-offs. As with any investment, only invest what you can afford to lose. What's next for JEPI? 3 big themes to watch. First, continued growth. Money keeps flowing in as more retirees and income-focused investors discover monthly paying ETFs. Second, JPMorgan keeps building out the family with JEPQ for tech and newer global versions. Third, the interest rate environment matters. When bond yields are high, JEPI competes with safe treasury yields. But when rates fall, JEPI's 8.5% payout looks much more attractive. Where can you buy JEPI? It's available commission-free at every major U.S. brokerage, including JPMorgan's own platform, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, Robinhood, and interactive brokers. European investors can't buy JEPI directly because of EU regulations, but the JPMorgan Global Equity Premium Income (UCITS) ETF uses the same strategy on a global universe. The exchange we personally use to buy JEPI is linked in the description down below. To wrap up, JEPI turns the stock market into something it usually isn't, a monthly paycheck. By owning calmer S&P 500 stocks and renting out their upside through covered calls, you get a yield around 8.5% paid out 12 times a year. You give up some growth in roaring bull markets in exchange for steady income and softer falls. It's not a replacement for a growth ETF like VOO or VTI. It's a complement, especially for investors closer to or in retirement who care more about the cash flowing in than the price chart going up. If you found this helpful, give the video a like and subscribe to What the Asset for more clear, beginner-friendly deep dives. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.